Hi everyone, it's Rubina or your girl in Zim, and today I'll be showing you how I designed, engraved and cut this exquisite guest book plaque. The combination of the mirror and clear acrylic infused with glitter foam is what makes this plaque a unique and eye-catching piece of decor for any event. The guest book design is very simple. We are going to create an arc for the mirror. That's going to be where our thank you is going to be. And then we're going to have the other side that is going to be please sign our guest book. So people know that we have a guest book table and this is where they come and they sign in and leave their lovely messages. So in order to create that arc, we need to come up with a template size. And my template size is 13 centimeters by 13 centimeters. And you know I like using millimeters. So it's 130 millimeters by 130 millimeters, which is this box of frame that you can see on the screen right now if you just look up here. So I'm going to put a box around that. And to do that, I will just go to my tools and I will double click on the square. And whilst we've got the square up there, we want to change the radius of one side of the square. And to do that, we need to just go up to the toolbar above, and on the left side, make sure you've got the key unlocked. On the left side, we're going to come up with a radius of maybe about a curve of 100 millimeters. So we see how it looks, and you can see there's a nice curve, but I need my curve to be a little bit more detailed. So I will try 110 millimeters, maybe 120 millimeters. That's more of a detailed curve. That's for my mirror. And I'm going to engrave the back of the mirror to just say thank you to the guests who will have signed the guest book. So in order to mirror this, as the mirror is not going to sit as is, it is going to sit on the right side. So I need the straight angle to be on the left side and the curve to be on the right side. So to do that, we just mirror it. And I want to just move this to the side because I want to copy it and duplicate it. So it's Control C for copy, Control V for paste, and then I want to mirror this second arc, semi-arc shape to mirror the other side. I'll show you what I mean. So we unmirror it, so to speak, and then we move it to the right slightly because this is the section that we are going to engrave the please sign our guest book on. But I need this one to be slightly bigger than the mirror just to create that lovely effect. And in order to achieve that, we're just going to stretch our semi-arc slightly, just like that. And as you can see, just looking at this, we already have an idea of how our table setup is going to be like where the plaque is concerned. So now we need to engrave. So designing the text, we are also going to fit our text to path. So we want our thank you, that's going to come on the mirror. And then just like we did with the other design, the previous video, we are just going to copy this and then we are just going to bring it to the middle of our design because I want this thank you words to come and curve around this inside shape. But I want it to be a bit of a script font. So let's go to our fonts and look for a font that is nice. I promise today I won't use Adelia, even though it's one of my favorite, but let's see any other signature fonts that could engrave very well. And I think this is nice enough, and let's use that one instead. So in order to achieve our curve around our semi-arc, we just highlight our text, and then we go to text and we go to fit text to path, and this is the path that I would like text to fit right there, meaning we need to reduce the size slightly so it makes a bit of sense. And let's just move that angle a little bit. And what do you think of that? Let's just remove this red inside so we see this is how the thank you is going to look. Bring the size in a bit. Actually, let's make that a little bit bigger. And then it doesn't look very nice, does it? It doesn't look very curvy. So what are we supposed to do? Let's just curve that slightly to create I wanted a nice so is it maybe because we are using a signature font, or is it, yeah, maybe it was the signature font. I think curving around an arc would make sense if we're using text fonts. So we keep the text font as it is, which is Railway, and I think I am happy with that on that side. And then we want to do the exact same on the other side, because we also want people to sign our guest book. So we're going to put in please sign, and then our across and guest book inside. So please sign, please sign. So in order for us to maintain the same fonts, let's just use Railway again and make that a little bit bigger, and then we fit that to path, which is this one. There you go. We'll make that a little bit smaller. I think that's too large. Please sign. Oh my goodness. Don't mind me. And then we're just going to hide that, and we were going to then use our curly font on our, and then guest book, no, my apologies, our text, and then guest book will be the same font as the please sign. Make that slightly bigger, and we are going to put that right there. So where the black is our engrave, and then where the signature font is going to be our nice glitter. And what I would want to do, let's just group that so we can move it across. I want you to visualize this. The idea is to have this like that. No, we want please sign, guest book to come down here, and then our will come and sit right across there, and then our please sign, we need to put it inside. Let me just fix that a bit, just make it a little bit smaller so it can balance itself out. And then our thank you, I think maybe let's bring our thank you down a little bit to that angle, and we've got our right there. So this is how the sign is going to look. It looks like it's saying please sign our thank you, doesn't it? Okay, so maybe let's remove the thank you. The joy of designing, you have to, I'm doing this blind, so you have to come up with concepts that make sense. So what should we put on the mirror? Should we remove? Let's remove the thank you, and then maybe we can leave the mirror as is, okay, without any engraving, and then we put our hour like that there. That will just hover above the mirror. Or we can bring guest book to the mirror, make that uppercase, and reduce the size to about 36. So this will come here. We'll engrave the guest book. Maybe make it a bit bigger. So 48. All right, so we will engrave guest book on the mirror, hour, and then please sign. Let's bring it down a little bit again, like that, and maybe make it a little bit bigger. I think that's nice. We'll go with that one, okay? I started off by engraving the mirror. Since it's a sample, I used a leftover mirror piece from a previous order. After the mirror engraving is done, I load my clear acrylic to be engraved and cut. I will remove the brown protective paper later. Next up, I stick glitter foam on top of clear acrylic to add that extra sparkle to my artwork, and then I send it to laser. As you can tell, not much weeding is to be done today. This plaque is by far one of the simplest yet most impressive pieces of artwork I've designed and put together to date. And there you have it, guys, a magnificent guest book plaque that adds to the elegance of any special day. Thanks for joining me today. I will see you next time. Bye bye.